The Lost Lake by Alan Say. This was written in 1989. I went to live with Dad last summer. Every day he worked in his room from morning to night, sometimes on weekends too. Dad wasn't much of a talker, but when he was busy, he didn't talk at all. I didn't know anybody in the city, so I stayed home most of the time. It was too hot to play outside anyway. In 1 month, I finished all the books I'd brought and grew tired of watching TV. One morning, I started cutting pictures out of old magazines just to be doing something. They were pictures of mountains, and rivers, and lakes, and some showed people fishing and canoeing. Looking at them made me feel cool, so I pinned them in my room. Dad didn't notice them for 2 days. When he did, he looked at them one by one. "Nice pictures," he said. "Are you angry with me, Dad?" I asked, because he saved old magazines for his work. "It's all right, Luke," he said. "I'm having this place painted soon anyway." He thought I was talking about the marks I'd made on the wall. That Saturday, Dad woke me up early in the morning and told me we were going camping. And there's our word, camping. I was wide awake in a second. He gave me a pair of brand new hiking boots to try out. They were perfect. In the hallway, I saw a big backpack and a knapsack all packed and ready to go. "What's in them, Dad?" I asked. "Later," he said. "We have a long drive ahead of us." In the car, I didn't ask many more questions because Dad was so grumpy in the morning. "Want a sip?" he said, handing me his mug. He'd never let me drink coffee before. It had lots of sugar in it. "Where are we going?" I finally asked. "We're off to the Lost Lake, my lad." "How can you lose a lake?" "No one's found it, that's how." Dad was smiling. "Grandpa and I used to go there for a long time ago. It was our special place, so don't tell any of your friends." "I'll never tell," I promised. "How long are we going to stay there?" 5 days, maybe a week." "We're going to sleep outside for a whole week?" "That's the idea." Oh, boy. We got to the mountains in the afternoon. "It's a bit of a hike to the lake, son," Dad said. "I don't mind," I told him. "Are there any fish in the lake?" "I hope so. We'll have to catch our dinner, you know." "You didn't bring any food." "Of course not. We're going to live like true outdoorsmen." Oh. Dad saw my face and started to laugh. He must have been joking. I didn't think we were going very far anyway, because Dad's pack was so heavy I couldn't even lift it. Boy, bears, you are being such great listeners. How many of you have gone camping? Have any of you bears gone camping before? I have, Mrs. Byer. I went camping with my family. We go camping every Sunday. I've gone camping, Mrs. Byer. My dad likes to hike up to the lake in the park. I've never gone camping. I haven't gone camping either. I've gone camping. We went and caught lots of fish with my dad. Oh, did you go camping? All right. Well, Dad was like a mountain goat. He went straight up the trail, whistling all the time. But I was gasping in no time. My knapsack got very heavy and I started to fall behind. Dad stopped for me often, but he wouldn't let me take off my pack. If I did, he said I'd be too tired to go on. It was almost supper time when we got to the lake. Mrs. Byer, you read that backwards." "Oh, I didn't I?" "Sarah, thanks for pointing that out. It does say, 'If I did, I'd be too tired to go on,' he said." And I put the "he said" in the beginning. Well, Sarah, sometimes teachers make mistakes too. Will you forgive me? Oh, yes, Miss Byer, keep reading. Okay. The place reminded me of the park near Dad's apartment. He wasn't whistling or humming anymore. "Welcome to the Found Lake," he muttered from the side of his mouth. "What's wrong, Dad? Do you want to camp with all these people around us?" "I don't mind." "Well, I do. Are we going home?" "Of course not." And he didn't even take off his pack. He just turned and started to walk away. Soon the lake was far out of sight. Then it started to rain. Dad gave me a poncho and it kept me dry, but I wondered where we were going to sleep that night. I wondered what we were going to do for dinner, and I wasn't sure about camping anymore. Miss Byer, Where do you think they're going to go? Where are they going? Oh, well, I don't know. Should we make a prediction, Sarah? Where do you think they're going to go? I don't know. They're walking in the rain. Maybe they're going to go camp in a cave. Do you bears ever camp in caves? Yeah, I've gone camping in a cave. Bears like to stay in caves. Oh, have you ever camped in a cave? Yep, I was born in a cave. Oh, is it safe to go in a cave without your parents? No way. Didn't you just hear about those boys that were lost in Thailand in the cave? Okay, I'm going to make sure I always have my parents and some